wishing on dreams instead of problem. Genie, come through, I need you about that bottle. Facing highs, ducking lows, on my toes, never on my pivot. I know I'm tripping, the way I'm living is something missing, but I can't get it. I've been wishing on dreams instead of problem. Genie, come through, I need you about that bottle, that bottle. Nigga, ain't nothing changed but the range. Nowadays, used to cope, I need to...
Yo, what's up? This your man Rudy Winslow with another episode of 30 Black and Nerdy. Let's get it. Finding peace. So the topic today is finding peace in 2023. Just about everybody, it's about 3 weeks into their New Year's resolutions, goals, fasts, and all of the above. And what I've learned that we gotta show ourselves grace, because we're not gonna always we're not gonna always feel motivated, and we're not gonna always feel like we have to complete this goal or this task, because sometimes life just happens sometimes, and we have to be able to give ourselves grace and forgive ourselves for falling short in that moment. See, it's not in us completing the goal should be the main, that shouldn't be the main objective. The main objective is for us to create these habits, create these healthy habits to go against what we know, to transform to something new. I would suggest maybe start reading a book, reading books. Do something that's different. Think, y'all, we life is a gift, and we're not on this earth for millennials, not millennials, but a millennia, thousands of years. Life is in the blink of an eye. So don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to, if you do fail, that mean if you do fail in your workout or whatever like that, don't take that as just don't take that as you should just quit the whole thing. Yeah. Let's not do that. What is this on my mic? All type of fuzzies. And failure, that's an interesting concept, man. If I can have all of this knowledge that I have now when I was 15, 16, I wouldn't be so hard on myself. I wouldn't have been so hard on myself. Now I give myself grace. I give myself time, But at the same time, do not lean on giving yourself grace as a crutch. We do that. We do that sometimes. We'll lean on, I'm just not going to No. Just because you don't feel like doing something don't mean you shouldn't do it. It's okay if you don't feel up to working out, if you don't feel like writing, or if you don't feel like rapping, or you don't feel like recording a podcast, but you set out a goal, and you set out a few goals, and you want your life to change. You want things to be different, and in order to do that, you're probably gonna feel not good more than you feel good. So we have to learn how to adjust accordingly. We have to learn how to be tenacious. We have to learn how to be we have to learn how to be vulnerable too, but in thinking about persevering, we have to learn how to persevere. We have to learn that it's okay to feel something, but what's not okay is to allow that feeling to muffle you, to quiet you, to drown you. Don't drown in that. Don't drown in those feelings. 50 Cent said something in the interview. He said being depressed is expensive. Being depressed is a luxury. Now, obviously, you have people that's diagnosed with depression, like a real clinical diagnosis and illness and what have you. But the feeling of sorrow, the feeling of sadness, the feeling of a depressing mood or a depressing phase, it's not the same thing as being diagnosed with chronic depression. So what he was saying was that sometimes we give ourselves, sometimes we lean on that mental health. We lean on that anxiety. We lean on that so much that we don't give ourselves a chance to see if we can push past it. We don't give ourselves a chance to. Now, I'm not saying this for the people who's clinically diagnosed with these things, or these things are chronic, medicate needing things, medication needed things. So I'm saying for the ones that feel anxious when they supposed to feel anxious, that feel anxious because they giving a speech, that feel anxious because it's their first time driving, that feel depressed because their girlfriend broke up with them, that feel depressed because they dog died, things of that nature. Like, those are normal emotional events that you will feel some type of way. And in those times, those emotional events are more frequent. Those they can be more frequent. The minor emotional events versus major emotional events. We have to be able to show perseverance in this game of self-development, in this game of finding God, and when you're actively trying to develop something or change something about yourself or improve a relationship, you have to do things that you don't feel like doing. So if we're trying to find peace in 2023, we have to find peace in doing things that we don't find okay, or do. We have to find peace in being uncomfortable. Oops, kick my camera. We have to find peace in being uncomfortable, and if we find peace in being uncomfortable, that's like an ascended state right there, man. Think about this. And when I say about finding peace in being uncomfortable, I mean, let's say you're doing what's a ISO workout? Or let's see if you're doing plank holds. And there is a point of time when you're doing a plank hold where it burns like crazy. It burns so bad. And for some reason, you keep going. You got 1 minute to go. You 30 seconds in. You feel your legs shivering, your toes bending on the ground. Your core is on fire. Now you have 40 seconds. So now you got 20 seconds left. So now your arms start shaking. And then you then you try to focus in on something other than what's going on right now. You disassociate at this moment. And now you got 10 seconds left. Now you got 50. And then you just pushing and you pushing through. Now you have 55 seconds. Now everything is starting to break down. But you persevere. Now this is the moment where you showing your guts. You're showing your resolve. 55 seconds, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Then you completed the plank and you was able to find peace in being uncomfortable. You were able to know that your legs were shaking, your stomach was burning, your toes were hurting. You were able to know that all of that stuff was going on. You were uncomfortable, but you was okay with it. You found peace. You found peace in it, knowing that your resolve. Once you find your resolve, because you know you have to finish this rep, that's when you find peace. Find your resolve, then you'll find peace. What will you push yourself for? What would you challenge yourself for? What would you become uncomfortable for? Because it's important. It's important. Even more mental things. You know, I was talking about physicality right there, but even sometimes when we think about like childhood stuff, you can find peace in 2023 if you're able to address those things or come to grips with those things. Maybe you did something to someone back in the day. Maybe someone did something to you back in the day. You just can never let it go. You just always think about it and it like burns you up. Say it out loud. Say it to God. Because the thing is, the more you keep that in, the more you're going to hold those internal thoughts and internal feelings whenever you encounter people that may be similar to the person that you got disdain for, or maybe similar to the person that you wrong. And you're going to put it off on them. Oh, hey, forbid that you actually run into the person. Are you in constant communication with the person who you feel like shortchanged you, who you feel like wronged you? And now you're harboring these old feelings, these old thoughts. You know what come with old feelings and old thoughts? Old actions. And when those old actions are actioned or displayed, you get the same results. So focus on getting a clarity of mind. Finding a clarity of mind, because without a clarity of mind, there is no clear goal. And I could even say this about myself. Like, I'm a man of like 7 different jobs and and everything, but I realize I need to knock all of that stuff down. So when I was blah 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 mumble mumble. I'm a mumble rapper now. A personal training, running like 2 or 3 different podcasts and working a main job, personal training for myself, personal training for another organization, and also doing photography and videography. It's a lot, but I noticed that if I can't just focus on one thing, or maybe I would even say 2 things. I would go far as say 2 things, that I will always be lost, or my attention will always be scattered. You can just tell. Just look at it. Like, you can tell how organized your brain is by your environment. If your environment is scattery, that's how your brain is. It's scattery. Look at my desk. It's scattery. That's something I'm still working on, and I'm getting a lot better at it because like I said, I'm focusing on 30 Black and Nerdy, becoming the best therapist for 30 Black and Nerdy, and becoming the best videographer and photographer for 30 Black and Nerdy. So I'm focusing my skills and my skill set, my time on improving the brand. So And I'm not doing personal training anymore. And as much as I like personal training, I love personal training, but it's just a lot. It's a lot to try to juggle with everything. And to be honest, it just I didn't see the income as fast as I wanted to see it, because when I was training, I was doing boot camps and stuff like that. I had a trouble scaling, but anyway, that's that. So I'm focusing mainly on photography. Well, 30 Black and Nerdy, honestly, because of photography I do and videography I do, all of that is to improve 30 Black and Nerdy. 30 Black and Nerdy is it's a therapeutic anime page in which we help give clarity, encouragement, and advice to some extent. Not really advice, but to some extent. People can take it as advice, but it's really just things that have worked for other people, and it will probably prove beneficial. Will probably prove beneficial for you. So yeah, I like it. So finding peace in 2023. I think that's all I gotta say. This your boy Rudy Winslow. Thank you for watching 30 Black and Nerdy. I'm out. Peace.
I've been wishing on dreams instead of problem. Genie, come through. I need you about that bottle. Facing highs, ducking lows, on my toes, never on my pivot. I know I'm tripping, the way I'm living is something missing, but I can't get it. I've been wishing on dreams instead of problem. Genie, come through. I need you about that bottle, that bottle. Nigga, ain't nothing changed but the range. Nowadays, it's the cold.